All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back. You're watching the Acer TeamStory Cup. We got WesternWolves versus Mouz. I'm Axel Toss, bringing you the action. This is Game 3 coming up. It's Daisy versus Lucifron. Lucifron playing like a beast right now. He's taken out San. He's taken out Starnan, and they were remarkable games. Game 1, I'm hesitating to spoil because these videos are going to be on YouTube, so definitely check them out. I'll spoil. It's fine. Lucifron, great comeback in Game 1 against San. It was fantastic. One of the best TVP comebacks I've personally seen. It wasn't like a crazy game, but it was one of those situations where he was so far behind in supply and stuff and in tech, but he still made it work with crazy drop play. Game 2, remarkable game versus Starnan. Very back and forth. Could have gone either way, but ultimately Lucifron being a beast. Of course, shout-outs to you guys in the chat, and of course on Twitter. SC2 quote of the day, thanks for retweeting me. Niklas Peterson, thanks for retweeting me. Heidi Hordisnu on Twitter asking, Daisy, I like this name. I hope she or he wins. Of course, Heidi Hordisnu on Twitter is talking about this player in the bottom left-hand location. Your blue Protoss player representing Team WesternWolves. He is Daisy. And I said he because he is a guy. Yes, he is. I know his name is Daisy, but do not let that fool you. Daisy can be a guy name, according to Daisy, which is fine. Daisy's actually really cool. Let's see where Daisy is from. Hails from Korea. His name is Lee Jong Hyuk, and he is very committed. Plays in a lot of tournaments. Plays in a lot of cups. He loves STARCRAFT 2. He loves the RTS strategy game. Really respect this guy. Really cool play, too. We're seeing all PVTs, which is really interesting. I don't mind too much. PVT is a really fun matchup to watch. Of course, his opponent in the top left-hand location playing like a beast. Red Terran player from Team Mouz Sports. He is Lucifron. Lucifron ripping people apart. He's like, you know what? I know Mouz is struggling a little bit, perhaps. In the Acer TeamStory Cup. But he's not giving up. I mean, they're not struggling. They're like 6th or 7th. They could be doing better. They kind of need this win. Like, if they get this win, it would be huge for them. And Lucifron putting the team on his back, being the captain, being the quarterback. Probe trying to find out exactly what's going on and knowing some of these SUVs. Double barracks being added on here. Command center in the low ground. Daisy, what are you going to do? Okay. Pulling guys out of gas. Getting that expansion really fast. Cool. I like that. Daisy, so good. Of course, the main idea here is seeing his opponent get an expansion down. So like, okay, since you're getting an expansion, I'm going to do the same thing. Which is great. Question is where they go from here. Probe still being feisty. 5 HP, doesn't care. He's used to not having a lot of health, living life on the edge. It's like, poke me all you want. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. I'll be fine, and I'll have a story to tell when I get home. Oh, yes, indeed. He's gonna patrol, gonna mock his opponent outside the front door. Always showing his presence. SCV wants to see what he can figure out, too. He's gonna spot this expansion, that's fine. Of course, that's what he's looking for, mainly. Now, Daisy, what are you going to do behind this? Already 6 guys in gas. I guess that's fine. Start getting the gas up there. Working on the warp gate. Get Mothership Core out. Get a Stalker next. Or is he going to... Yeah, there's a Stalker. Oh, no! Oh, that hurts. That is painful. That is painful. It's supply block right there. Forgetting that 3rd pylon. It's no fun. Been there, done that. Very frustrating. But that's okay. He can rebound. He's good enough. Probe decided he was bored patrolling from the northwest to the southeast, deciding to patrol from the northeast to the southwest. Oh, Marine's coming out, though. But Probe sees it. He's like, run. 5 Marines marching down here. Those shouldn't do much. I mean, the Stalker could start poking away at those Marines. Of course, he might just charge into the natural here, take down some probes, or at least try to. Certainly possible. Mothership Core does not have enough energy for Photon Overcharge. I don't think you'd want to use it anyway. So it's going to be micro time for the Stalker. Micro time. Here we go. Cutting back. Stalker has slightly higher range, so if you do it perfectly, you don't have to get shot. But it's very hard to do. Militia Core coming forward. He's going to target that down. Oh no! He's going to lose the Militia Core. Or is he? Oh my... Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Lucifron. You sexy man. That was super cool. Was that worth it, though? I don't know. Okay, I thought he took down a couple probes. But he lost 5 Marines and took down the Militia Core. It's hard to say, because, I mean, you could say, okay, 250 200, you know, that's worth it. But you got to consider the energy accumulation on Militia Core. Like, there's a time thing there, too. Like, if you're taking down the Militia Core, you're essentially resetting its energy, so it's going to take a little bit longer for photon overcharges, for enough energy to come out for photon overcharges. So, in a time when this Militia Core could have been at 200, it would be at 100, right? So it only has 1 photon overcharge available instead of 2. So it's like, okay, sure, you can say resources lost, you know, Lucifron is behind, but then if you consider the time investment and the energy, and of course, there's time where he's not building a probe out of this Nexus kind of thing. So there's a lot of things you can consider, but overall, not a gigantic altercation, not like a gigantic deal in that situation. Moving forward, these guys are fairly even. Let's see what they're up to, though. We got 1-1 on the way here from this engineering bay. 3 barracks, a factory star come down, reactor should come down from this factory. He's waiting for the gas. There it is. Gas is there. Observer sees all of this, and as a Protoss player, that's exactly what you want to see. You're like, okay, when is my opponent going to have medevacs? When is my opponent going to start doing those timings? When do I have to be scared of those medevac drops in my main base, in my natural expansion, in my 3rd base? And of course, in order to see that, you got to look at the starport, attach the reactor, and then you can find out all the juicy stuff you want to know. 2 stalkers being annoying outside the front door, and observer here as well. How many observers do you have, Mr. Daisy? He's got one on the left-hand side right here. That's great. Only 2? Only 2. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. Oh, he's 3. Yes, much better. Where's the 3rd? Oh, he's got one in the main. Okay, that's a cool amount. I like that. I would prefer 4, maybe 5. I'm an observer guy. Again, I've said that time and time again. Marine trying to find out what's going on. Poking into the natural expansion. Sentry saying, get out of here. You are not allowed. And he will take him out. Did he see the 3rd? Did he see that 3rd base? That'd be brilliant to see. Oh, no, he didn't see it. He would love to see that. So Daisy, he's going to get a bit of a faster 3rd base. He's got Blink on the way. He's got +1 ground weapons on the way. Doesn't have charge. We're seeing an interesting difference in styles in these Protoss players. In the first 2 games, we saw the Protosses get Warp Prism, get an early charge straight into High Templar. In this match, we're seeing Daisy, instead of going for the fast High Templar, going for faster Colossus, getting Blink instead of charge. So it's a little bit interesting. Different is also getting +1 weapons instead of armor. You know, a lot of you Protoss players at home, you're wondering, okay, the cohesion between all these upgrades. Generally, if you're going for charge and zealots, you're going to want to get the armor upgrade. If you're going for stalkers, you're not really going to be taking damage on those stalkers, so you're not going to want to get hit. You're going to be blinking, and you're going to be being crafty with your micro, and you're more going to be prioritizing your weapons, your damage dealt, your damage output. Kind of goes along with Colossus as well. You want your Colossus to dish out a lot of damage, whereas High Templar, they don't really dish out a lot of damage, so that weapons upgrade isn't as important. But we'll see what happens here. Very cool deviation in styles we're seeing throughout this series. Now, oh, Lucifron going for drop, but Daisy on top of it. Now, this is Whirlwind, and this is so tricky dealing with drops. You have to deal with the 3rd, deal with the main. Okay, gateways finishing, that's great. You need a lot of gateways to deal with this. A lot of gateways. More gateways, the better. And now, Lucifron going to try to peel his opponent apart. 2 Colossi going to be enough, and Lucifron going to start out with a draw play. A weakness of Colossus, they're not that mobile. You're not going to have a lot of gateway units, so draw play can be very strong. Keep in mind, during all this, Lucifron can just pick up, jet on over to this base, and be fine. Mothership Core getting taken out, not before deploying Photon Overcharge there on the main base Nexus. Marines and Marauder stimming, taking down these units before they even finish. Colossus trying to deal with this drop at the natural expansion. Photon Overcharge deployed onto that as well. So 2 Photon Overcharges going down. A pylon targeting down the, or excuse me, Marines and Marauders targeting down the pylon, trying to unpower this robo, but there is a secondary pylon reinforcing it. Marines and Marauders have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Try to target on the Colossus. That Colossus shouldn't die. Shouldn't die. Shouldn't die. Okay, that was a little too close. 3rd base still alive here, though, for Daisy. He's going to be happy about that. 61 to 54 in the Harvester count. Reinforcing with more pylons. It's great. Medevac. Not sure what he's doing anyway. Engagement happening in between the 3rd and the natural expansion. Marauders targeting on the Colossus. Every Colossus he kills is great. 2 Colossus taken down there from Lucifron. He's going to be happy about that. Picking up. He's going to be jetting on into the 3rd base, and he can always swing on into the main if he wants to. getting all of his medevacs together, so these Marines and Marauders will stay alive a very long time with all these medevacs. There's Stalkers blinking forward, targeting on the medevacs. Great decision there. Every medevac you take down, not only does that take production time out of the starport, but those are expensive units that you don't want to have to replace as a Terran. Behind this, Lucifron taking the third base, 2-2 about to finish. Upgrades for our Protoss player are what? 1-1. Okay. 1-1. Stalker, 4 Zealots popping out. Oh, scan, looking for stuff. Trying to see what his opponent's composition is. Trying to see where his opponent's army is so he can drop in the main. Got charge on the way. I'm wondering when the High Templar Archives transition is going to happen. Another engagement in the middle of the map here. Lucifron going to be running away from that Colossus. Again, Zealots don't have charge. Only +1 armor. And 2-2 is done for Lucifron. So this is a very scary moment here for Daisy. He has to be careful. Doesn't want to take any engagements that he doesn't necessarily want. Backing up, Colossus needs to stay alive. You got to keep that Colossus alive. That's so important, but it's taken out. Nice target fire there from Lucifron. Some Zealots being warped in, but Lucifron, he's kind of all in his opponent's business, also dropping in the main base, and Daisy having trouble getting sufficient units out to deal with this assault. Can't warp any Zealots. He's warping in 3 Stalkers. His Nexus is going to fall, and Lucifron just being so powerful with all of his macro, with his production. Just aligning units across the map, and Daisy has no army right now. 1 Colossus in the main base. This Nexus is going to fall to 3rd. Lucifron going to be super happy about that. And now, Daisy down to 2 bases, his opponent on 3. Lucifron is on fire right now. Remember, Western Wolves, they are #1 in the Acer TeamStory Cup. And Lucifron is on the verge of winning 3 in a row against them. Daisy, running out of room, running out of breath, only on 2 bases. Only 1 Colossus. He's down in upgrades. It's 2-2 to 1-1. Or, excuse me, 2-2 to 1-2. Some probes are going to have to be pulled. The Colossus targeted down, taken out, picking up. Moving on over to the main base. High Templar Archives just now finishing. Daisy has a lot of gas. Maybe High Templar can bring him back in this game, but Lucifron is going to be fist pumping right now. He's going to be happy with how this is going. Medevac scooping up those 4 Marauders again, dropping. Oh no, the Natural Expansion Nexus is exposed. It's vulnerable. 3 Zealots desperately trying to keep it alive. Daisy needs this to stay alive. He doesn't even have money to rebuild the Nexus. Keep that in mind. They have the long-distance mine for his main. Actually, there's a little bit of minerals left in the main base. Colossus coming out to try to save it. Nexus down to 448 HP. High Templars here, throwing down the feedbacks. Probes, plenty of them are going to fall. Daisy down to 31 Harvesters. It's 141 to 56 in that supply count. And Daisy running out of options. Running out of options is Daisy. Look at this. 4 base. Let's look at what Lucifron's up to. He's got 3 base. He's like, SCVs, mining, making units. And then so much carnage in Natural Expansion. Marines and Marauders taken down a Zealot, kiting away from those Archons. Archons are going to be pretty helpful here. Is that a way to come back? These Marauders are still alive. Barracks, Starport, Factory. More barracks, 4th base. Natural Expansion, Nexus targeted down, taken out. Lucifron not letting the probes go either. 3 Archons here, some Zealots. Daisy trying to come up with an answer. But Lucifron is playing at another level. Another level right now. Playing like a beast man. No issues against Protoss. Who does Western Wolves send out next? Check? I would send out Check. See what Check can do. But Lucifron is the Protoss Slayer, the Western Wolves Slayer on this day. This will be his 3rd win. And it's fairly obvious that he's going to win this. I mean, he's on 4 bases. People are like, Axel Toss, stop calling early games, man. He's on 4 bases. Well, I mean, this is still... He's kind of gas there. His opponent's only in his main here. Yeah. He's got 4 Archons, some Zealots. I like the Daisy showing heart here. I like the heart. I like the heart he's showing. Marines and Marauders, though, stimming up. And this should be the conclusion of game number 3. Lucifron versus Daisy. There's the GG. Lucifron. Who can take Lucifron out? who can take Lucifron out? Again, Western Wolves. Check Daisy, Starnan, Sting, Zictamini. So they can't use the Protoss again. The options are going to be Check, Sting, or Zictamini. I think I would use Check here. I'm not sure, but Lucifron playing like a beast. He's up 3-0. Represent versus Western Wolves. Mouz versus Western Wolves. Mouz is up 3-0. We're going to take a quick break and hopefully figure out these audio issues. But we'll be back with Game 4. Lucifron playing like a beast. He's got 3 in a row. We'll see who Western Wolves sends out next. Don't go anywhere.